Danielle Corporation, Artist Rhian Ramos, Calumpang Incorporated. We'd also like to thank our partners, Royal Medical Specialists, Villahermosa, Hanz, Denzil, Sierra Hotel, Casa Great Ninja, and finally the city government of Dumaguete headed by City Mayor Felipe Antonio P. Remorque, provincial government of Negros Oriental headed by Governor Romel, Philippine National Police Dumaguete, Negros Oriental State University, and 2019 Miss Dumaguete Pageant Committee.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That was the swimwear competition. You know, at this point, it is my task tonight to get to know more of our 9 lovely candidates. And it's time that we get to look beyond skin deep as we focus on our candidates' individual personalities. You know, this is my favorite part of the competition because this is where we get to ask our candidates some, getting to know you questions and become more familiar with each one of them. So our 9 lovely candidates tonight will be picking from this bowl the name of the judge who will ask her the questions. And at this point, we would like to call in candidate number 1, Cherry Nasses. Hello, good evening, Cherry.
Good evening, Dan.
Well, you look very beautiful tonight. How are you?
No, I'm really so happy and excited. Happy because my family and friends are gathered here tonight. So I would like to take this opportunity to thank you guys for being here with me tonight. And of course, I'm also excited because given the fact that this is my second attempt to join Miss Dumaguete. So this is already a big achievement for me to be standing here in front of you.
Well, I'm very certain that your supporters are very proud of you as you are candidate number 1. Can you give some love to candidate number 1, ladies and gentlemen? It's not easy to be candidate number 1. All right, so are you ready for your question? All right, so pick the name of the judge who will ask you your question tonight. We have Mr. Patrick Gloria.
Hi, Sherry.
Hi, sir. Good evening.
Hi. Okay, my question to you is, how would you promote Dumaguete as a world-class tourism destination via social media?
We all know that Dumaguete has already been developing right now. And in order to promote that, using social media, we have to use the proper way. We have to post such true news about Dumaguete, because Dumaguete, as a city of gentle people, we have to really keep that label, and we should always keep that. That's what we should always keep in mind. Thank you.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, candidate number 1, Cherry Nasses. All right, that was the first candidate, and now it's time that we welcome here on stage candidate number 2, Kimberly Simafranca. Good evening, Kimberly.
Good evening, Hanz. It's nice to see you.
It's nice to see you also.
Thank
What would you
you.
like to say to all of your supporters who are here cheering for you tonight?
Yes, I am very grateful that you are here. Thank you so much. I love you, Mom. I love you, Jura.
All right, I know that they're very thrilled to see you here on stage. And now it's time for you to pick the name of the judge who will ask you your question. And we have the chairperson of the Board of Judges, Ms. Rhian Ramos.
Hello. Hi. Can I just have a fangirling moment? You're so beautiful, ma'am.
Thank you so much. You're gorgeous tonight.
Thank you.
Now, what about Dumaguete makes you most proud to be from here?
Thank you so much. As a true Dumaguetana, I am very proud that Dumaguete has the enticing charm that a lot of tourists appreciate, because I've been working in the hotel industry for quite some time, and I've seen and I've talked to foreign nationals, and they love how charming, how calm, and how amazing feeling because when they get here, they have this calm and serene feeling. Now that is why Dumaguete has been in the top 4 from the Forbes magazine, top 4, the most amazing retirement destination in the world. And that is why I am very, very proud that I am a Dumaguetana, and this is where I live. Thank you.
Very well said. Thank you so much. Candidate number 2, Kimberly Simafranca. All right, let's get this rolling, ladies and gentlemen. It's time that we welcome candidate number 3, Eunice Kudos. Good evening, Eunice.
Good evening.
You look very charming tonight. How are you feeling?
I feel great actually because joining a pageant like this is a really great opportunity for me. And also I can see that my family is here supporting me, so I am very happy.
Wow, it seems like you really brought all of your relatives and friends here to support you tonight. But now at this point, you will have to pick the name of the judge who will ask you your question. We have Mr. Patrick Gloria.
Hi, Eunice.
Hello, sir.
Hi, how are you? So, if you're given the opportunity to win the Miss Dumaguete tonight, what will be the first thing that you will do in your long list of to-do?
My very first thing that I would do if I'd been Miss Dumaguete tonight is, of course, I would thank God. He is there to support me, to sustain me, and to nourish me with everything. I asked for His guidance, His will, and His knowledge for me to be able to stand here and answer all your questions and to be great and to be graceful in answering your questions. Thank you.
All right, let's give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Very well said. That is candidate number 3, Eunice Kudos. All right, I hope everyone's still on their feet as we welcome candidate number 4, Florence Resident. Good evening, Florence.
Good evening, Hanz.
Very beautiful.
Thank you.
You know, before you ask the question from our judge, we'd like to ask you, how does it feel to be a candidate of Miss Dumaguete?
It is an honor to be here on the stage and represent our barangay for Miss Dumaguete with our advocacies, and it is so overwhelming to just see the crowd tonight. There's a lot of people here.
All right, so Florence, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, you pick the slip of paper where that contains the name of the judge who will ask you your question. And it is Mr. Gino Gonzalez.
Hi, Florence.
Hello, sir.
What is the most important environmental issue that Dumaguete faces today, and how do you propose to deal with it?
I believe that one of the most important issues that Dumaguete is facing today is about our Kandao item site. Well, it has been an ongoing issue for quite some time now. But let us not forget that our government is doing its job to solve this problem. We already have progress in our sanitary landfill. There's actually 35% progress in that now. And we can only hope the best for Dumaguete. We can contribute to this by supporting our government with their projects. At the same time, we can do as little as lessening our usage of plastic and recycling our trash. That is all. Thank you.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, candidate number 4, Florence Resident. You know, we're so blessed to have such really informed, candidates who are also advocates for the environment. All right, now we are down to halfway through the competition as we call in candidate number 5, Rhian Enriquez. Good evening, Rhian.
Hello, good evening.
Very gorgeous tonight.
Thank you so much.
How does it feel to be a candidate?
Actually, it's very overwhelming, but at the same time, it's amazing. It's such an amazing feeling to be here tonight.
Right, and I know that everyone's also very proud to have you here on stage for the Miss Dumaguete pageant. All right, so are you ready for your question?
I am.
All right, so now pick the name of the judge who will ask you your question. And Vian picked Mr. Gino Gonzalez.
Hello.
First question. What is your advocacy? And if you were to lose the competition tonight, how will you propose to continue it for the benefit of Dumaguete?
My advocacy is education for all. I believe that education is the most important aspect in the development of an individual and as well as the nation. Through proper education, a person can easily face challenges in life put before him. And once a person is educated, he becomes independent in acquiring information and not contented of what is being stored in his head, because he has the ability to find ideas, create knowledge, and develop the skills when necessary. So if I do not win as Miss Dumaguete tonight, still I would still continue my advocacy, being an advocate to Dumaguete City. Thank you.
Very well said. That was candidate number 5, Ms. Vian Enriquez. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time that we listen to candidate number 6, Alexa Torillo. Good evening, Alexa.
Good evening.
What would you like to say to all of your supporters, friends, and your relatives who are here at Villahermosa supporting you tonight?
I am really, really, really thankful for all of your support. Being right here is already an overwhelming feeling for me already.
Wow, so I'm pretty sure you're excited as to how the rest of the competition will unravel for you. Right, so now are you ready for the question?
Of course.
You are always ready. Pick the name of the judge who will ask you your question. We have Mr. Patrick Gloria.
Hi, Alex.
Hi, good evening.
So my question to you would be, if you're given the power tonight to lead a citywide program, what would it be and why?
If I were given a chance to lead a program, I will use my advocacy. My advocacy is to teach kids on how to swim, because as a swimmer, I wanted to share my skill. By teaching swimming, it could divert their attention into sports rather than drugs. And with this advocacy, I wanted to be the change what this world needs. Thank you.
All right, there you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for candidate number 6. Thank you so much, Alexa Torillo. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time that we welcome here on stage candidate number 7, Lailani Dugersen. Good evening, Leilani.
Good evening.
Wow, I feel so small right now.
Well, since you've mentioned, I'm actually 6 feet and 8 inches tall.
6 feet and 8 inches tall. I am just tall. All right, so are you ready for your question?
Well, ready or not, here I go.
All right, so pick the name of the judge, Leilani. Name of the judge will ask you your question tonight. We have the chairperson of the Board of Judges, Miss Rhian Ramos.
Good evening, Lailani.
Good evening, Miss Rhian.
Lailani, if you were to win tonight and become Miss Dumaguete, what would you do?
Thank you for that question. If I would be crowned as your next Miss Dumaguete, I believe that it's not all about the sash or the crown, but it's about our advocacies and our purpose in life. Well, for me, I would promote my advocacy, which focuses on the word hope. hope for equality, hope for acceptance of diversity, and most of all, hope for a better and brighter Dumaguete. Because I believe with hope, because I believe that a woman who believes in hope should be crowned as your next Miss Dumaguete. Thank you.
Very well said. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, candidate number 7, Lailani Lugerson. Wow, so far candidates are really very articulate. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome candidate number 8, Krisha Hamsirani. Good evening, Krisha.
Good evening, sir.
You look very stunning tonight.
Oh, thank you.
All
You
right.
look great as well.
Thank you so much. All right, so Krisha, what would you like to say to all of your fans, all of the people who are here to support you in your quest for the Miss Dumaguete crown?
Actually, I'm just very grateful for everyone who supported me since day one. This dream is not just for myself, but it is for everyone who believed in me. So thank you very much.
Wow, very noble of you for that. Right, so we have 3 slips of paper here, and you need to pick one, which will contain the name of the judge who will ask you the question. We have Mr. Patrick Gloria.
Hi, Krisha.
Hello, sir.
Here's your question. In our current digital world, how would you use digitization to promote your own personal advocacy?
Thank you so much. Well, first of all, my advocacy is something that is very personal to me and close to my heart. I have struggled with this personally before, so I wanted to inspire other people that strong self-acceptance is very important, because from there everything follows. So in using social media, I would probably show more of myself, not about the physical, because I believe that true beauty does not just mean that you have to have a beautiful face, a perfect body, or you have to have that amazing smile, but you have to have that beautiful heart in which will carry you, because beauty is power, but the heart, it's best weapon. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. It's candidate number 8, Miss Krisha Hamsirani. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we are now down to candidate number 9. Let us give a big round of applause to Prisha Merced. Good evening, Prisha.
Good evening, Hanz.
I've always wondered how it feels to be the last candidate to come out on stage. So, would you like to share to us how you feel about being candidate number 9?
I feel like I am the luckiest because I am the last candidate, and I feel so proud of myself, and I'm really happy tonight.
Oh, that really shows in your face and the way you carry yourself. And I know that everyone supporting you here is very proud of you. All right, so now you may pick the name of the judge who will ask you your question. We have the chairperson, Miss Rhian Ramos.
As I am a tourist here, if you could pick just one place to show me in Dumaguete, what place would that be?
I would bring you to our very own marine sanctuary so that you can enjoy an alluring marine biodiversity where you can swim with the fishes, and it feels like, oh, I really want to stay here and I don't want to go back to I was before. I assure you that you will really enjoy and have fun. Thank you.
Very convincing. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Candidate number 9, Prisha Merced. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Let us give a big round of applause to our 9 lovely candidates for acing the interview portion. All of them really carried themselves so well, and any one of them could very well represent the city of Dumaguete. And now, at this point, of course, we'd also like to thank our Board of Judges for their insightful questions. And at this point, ladies and gentlemen, we will be entertained by one of our local talents to sing A Million Dreams. Let us give a big round of applause to Mr. Glenn Magdura.